The Father has given us all things pertaining to life and godliness. And we are just such a people who don't really take into account the full weight of what that means. For instance, for me, always being a person who has always thought outside of the box. Moving out here to the Ozarks, going on 14 years ago, my understanding of that, how he has given us all things pertaining to life and godliness, has grown deeper. And as it's grown deeper, it's definitely caused me to be that much more humble, realizing how much of a change, a shift that I have had to make in my own mind, my own mindset. Had I not, by his grace and mercy, heard the call to relocate, physically move, then my understanding of so many things, of what that scripture means, it would have remained the same. I would have stayed in my little box, in my own understanding of even who Elohim is. But for instance, I'm out here right now, sitting, waiting for time to pass for me to wash for the wool. We sheared some sheep this past summer, and it dawned on me. Actually, I saw a young lady on one of my social platforms who had a wool rug. She was putting it in the snow, and it just dawned on me. You have wool. You sheared sheep this past summer. Let the snow work with you. Work with nature. Work with Elohim. This is just one example of how he gives us all things, even the snow. People, you're not going to fully understand the weight of who he is, of who our Elohim is, in connection with what he has created, who he is to you, what your purpose is, why he created you, until you go back to the ancient paths in every sense of the word. People have so many arguments as to why they can't make a migrational change back to the pastoral community. I'm telling you, you're not going to understand who he is until you do. You're not going to understand who he is, and even who you are, until you form community. You're just not. We are products of our environment. And that might be hard for us to understand, but we truly are. Some things don't change, as in your spirit, your soul, and your body, until you recognize first. You have to humble yourself and recognize that you have to make a change. And most times that means a migrational change. None of us are going to remain the same. We will not remain the same. We're either progressing or we're regressing. Nothing remains static. So, yes, you may say this is just your story, but it's all of our story. I'm just one of many who have made the decision to understand that in order to draw closer to the Father, I had to draw closer to nature. He is the creator of us all, not just of humans, but of everything around us. And everything around us has its own story, its own voice, its own lessons to teach us if we have ears to hear and eyes to see. So I would definitely encourage you all to listen during this winter time, the winter months. Most of the country is experiencing these winter storms, and that is not by accident. People can call it what they want, but the Father allows what he allows. So take this opportunity, learn and observe and be introspective. Ask the Father, what changes towards the goal, towards the end of making a physical migrational change? What changes do you need to make? Father, what changes do I need to make right now in this season of my life so that I can draw closer to you, so that I can truly get my house in order, so I can truly hear what you are saying in this season? He's not speaking to just me. He's speaking to all of us. One shofar in its season. It's a matter of humbling yourself, removing the klippah, or that shell, that husk, that hull, the foreskin, and really come alive. Really allow the life of Elohim to flow through you, out of you,